Hi, thanks for joining me. We're going through a mat class today featuring one of my favorite props, the mini ball. You just need your mat and the mini ball. Let's lay down and get ready to work. I want you to lay down and put that mini ball between your knees. Bring the soles of the feet on the floor. Let your head rest onto the mat. Reach those arms right by your sides. Just start giving that mini ball a nice big squeeze to start to feel the fire build in your inner thighs. Take a big inhale to start, and then as you exhale, do a little imprint, low back, gently pushing into the mat, squeeze the ball, and then release into neutral, release the ball. So I'm exhaling, I'm squeezing into imprint, squeezing the ball, and I inhale, release to neutral, release the ball. So it's a squeeze of the ball into my imprint, and then a release the ball into neutral. Just a few more like that, just starting to wake up our spine, bring some movement into our spine, bring our breath into our body. Good. Let's do one more of those, just one more imprint, and then back to neutral. Take the arms up and over your head, nod your chin. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. You can squeeze that ball, but stay in neutral. Don't imprint your spine, and release right back down. So I nod my chin, look towards the ball, squeeze it, reach the arms to the side. You're neutral, so don't imprint, and then release back down. Now, imprinting isn't wrong, it's just easier. So if you need it easier, do the imprint. If you need it harder, we're working on holding that neutral spine. It's a little harder to hold than the imprint. Now, having said that, if you have any back issues and it does not feel comfortable for you, imprint is going to be your friend. Imprint is going to make it a little easier. It's going to give your back a little support. So please imprint if needed. Let's do one more. And lower down. Arms go back to the mat. This time we're going through imprint all the way to bridge. So imprint the spine, lift those hips up, rolling one vertebrae at a time, squeezing that ball, and then roll it right back down through imprint to neutral. So I go one vertebrae at a time, I roll it up, and then one vertebrae at a time, I release back down through imprint and neutral. I like to think of my spine as a string of pearls. Each string is going to move independent of the one on top and on bottom of it. And I'm trying to bring one pearl at a time off of my mat. And then I'm trying to place one pearl at a time back onto the mat. I'm going to do that several more times, rolling up and rolling back down. And by several, I mean 3. So let's do one more. The next time you're up, you're going to stay up at the top and just start to squeeze the ball. Little squeezes, little squeezes. So as I squeeze the ball, I'm pulling in and up on my pelvic floor. I'm squeezing the inner thighs. I'm squeezing that breath out. I'm engaging my corset, thinking of everything hugging into the midline for 4. And 3, and 2, and 1. Roll it all the way back down. Come to neutral. Bring the legs in tabletop. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Nod your chin. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Hold. Tap your toes. Bring your toes back up. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Again, you nod the chin. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. You tap the toes. Lift the toes. Lower back down. If your neck needs a little support, to put the hands behind your head. So as you roll up and down, just keep those hands resting right behind the ears with your elbows wide. But don't forget to squeeze your ball. Good. Last 4. Here's 3. Hold that ball tight. Don't let it go. Last 2. One more. Now we've got one more set through. So I want you to lower your head, hands to the sides, feet to the mat. I want you to lift your hips to the bridge. Extend your right leg out to the horizon. Bend it back in, lower your hips. So this time we're lifting the hips, reaching a leg long, bending it back in, lowering the hips. Good. Now you can continue to roll and do that articulation we've been doing. If you feel more comfortable hinging, you can definitely do that. If you need to change that position of the ball, you can take a second to change the ball. So I'm really finding a nice position where I can squeeze the ball and hold it tight the whole time. Now try not to shift your weight too much. You're obviously going to be putting weight into one foot as the other leg lifts, but I'm trying to keep my hips nice and square. Good. I want you to do one more right and left. Do one more left. Good. And then lower your hips all the way down. Nice legs and table, arms to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, hold. This time legs go straight out. They come right back in. You lower down. Again, head can be resting in the hands. Arms go to your hips. You reach the legs long. You pull the legs in. You lower. So hands behind the head would be here. You're lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, reaching the legs long, pulling them in, lowering down. And again, I'm holding, if I can, neutral pelvis the whole time. If it is necessary to come into imprint, you can do that. If it's too much to have the legs low, please lift them higher. For 3, for 2, one more. Good. When your legs are in table, lower your head. Grab behind your hamstrings. Roll yourself all the way up. Take the legs about the width of the mat. Take the ball in the arms and reach them to the ceiling. Now keep the ball in the right hand. I'm going to reach that right arm to the back of the room, rotate it, bring it to the center, and switch. The ball goes in the left hand. I reach it to the back, rotate, and switch. Now my legs are active. I like to flex my feet and really ground down through my legs. From my hips to my toes, I'm glued in cement, and I'm rotating my torso from my right to my left. Good. So no moving of the hips, no moving of the heels, just turning my torso and my rib cage from one side to the other. You'll do one more right and one more left. Good. Bring the legs together. You can bend them if you need to or keep them straight. We're going to slowly roll down 10 all the way to the mat. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Put the ball between the knees. Grab on behind the hamstrings. Roll yourself all the way up and repeat. Your legs go wide. You're reaching the arms out in front of you. This time the ball goes in the right hand. You rotate to the right. Lean for your left hand touching the left foot. Come right back up, back to the center. Ball goes to the left hand. You rotate left. The right arm leans over to the right foot. You come right back up to the center. So just adding on from the last one, we rotate, then we lean, come back up, rotate center. You rotate and you lean, come back up and center. Are those legs still active? I want your legs really active, those muscles hugging to the bones. Legs glued in cement. No movement there. Rotating your torso. Good. Let's go one more to the left to finish. And then come back to the center. Glue the legs together. Bend them if you need to. Here we go. 10 down. Not really seconds. The count of 10. Just 10 down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend the knees. Put the ball between your knees. Grab onto your hamstrings. Roll yourself all the way up. Third and final set. Legs are about the width of the mat. Arms in front of you. This time right hand has the ball. You rotate right. When you reach, you go over the head with the right arm. You come all the way back up to the center. You rotate left. The ball's in the left arm. You lean to the foot. You come all the way up. You rotate center. I rotate right, lean to the left foot, come all the way up and to the center. Rotate left, lean to the right foot, come all the way up, rotate center. Nice work. Switching that ball from side to side. Getting a nice rotation through our rib cage. Feels really good. I want you to do 2 more here. Rotate right, lean, back up and center. Rotate left, big lean, back up and center. Legs together, bend them if you need to. Roll yourself slowly all the way down. Taking your time, taking your time, taking your time. When you're all the way back to the mat, bring those legs up into tabletop. Take the ball in the right hand and reach the arms out to a letter T. I'm going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders, thread the ball under the right leg, and send your left leg long. Switch, lower the head, balls in the left arm. Do that again. Now your left leg is going to be in table, right leg long, and you keep switching. So I'm just switching my legs. I'm lowering down my head between repetitions. The ball goes under my right knee. And then the next time the ball goes under my left knee. The leg that is going straight can be higher. That is definitely going to make it easier. So of course it can go lower and bring the heat to make it harder. You're in charge, as always, with the intensity. And if you need to keep the head down, just switch the ball behind the leg and keep that head resting on the mat. 3 more to go. Let's do 1 more to even things out and then moving on from here. So go 1 more time. You're holding the ball behind your right hamstring. Grab onto it with that right leg. Your left leg is long. Hands behind your head. Your left leg is going to go up an inch and down an inch. Now if this straight left leg is too much, bend it. Longer lever is harder. Shorter lever gives you a little release. So I'm going to keep my leg long, but you bend it if you need to. Good. We're going for 3. Going for 2. And then holding it as low as comfortable for you. Grab back onto the ball. Straighten your right leg and crunch the ball away from the leg. Grab it back with the right leg. You reach the ball and send the right leg to the ceiling. You grab it back. Now if you need to have one hand supporting the neck, you can do that. So I'm just doing a little crunch, reaching the ball away, and then squeezing it with my leg. Reaching the ball away, squeezing it with my leg. 3 to go. If the left leg needs to rest, put it on the mat. Here's 2. Now after 1 more, hold it. We're going to windshield wiper. The right leg goes down, left leg up. Switch the ball like a figure 8. Switch it like a figure 8. Head can stay down, head can stay up. Legs can be bent if this is too much for your hamstrings. Bent legs is definitely a great option. As you can see, I've got my head down. That's an option I'm taking for my neck. You can take that as well. Good. Big windshield wipers. Now notice the way that you're doing your figure 8, because we'll switch it the other direction in a second. And if that's too confusing, don't worry. We're doing the figure 8 and that's fine. Last 4, 3, 2. When your left leg is up, hold it. Bend your left leg, put the ball behind the hamstring. If your head is down, lift it, hands behind your head, supporting your neck. Your right leg now is going to go up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. I am squeezing this ball with my left leg. My right leg can be a little higher if I need it to be. I know this is hard. Breathe through it. The breath is your helper. The breath is going to help you. Please breathe. Nice work. You've got 4. And 3, looking good. Here's 2. Now hold that leg as low as you can. Grab the ball in your hands. Straighten your left leg and push the ball away from the leg. Bend it and grab the ball with the leg. Push the ball away from the leg. Grab it and hold it. Push the ball. This is like a crunch in disguise, right? So we're crunching up. So every time you reach that ball away, you're crunching. Nice work. Remember our figure 8 for 3 and 2. Now 1 more, keep the legs straight. You're doing the opposite direction. It takes my brain a second. So you're still going under each leg, but I'm changing my figure 8. So I'm going the opposite direction. And if you don't know which direction, that's okay. Just do your figure eight. Legs bent or straight, head up or down. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. Go ahead and put the ball between your knees. Grab your hands behind your hamstrings and roll yourself all the way up. Sit with those feet about the width of the mat. Put the ball right between your legs. We're going into a nice spine stretch. So when you push the ball forward away from you, I want you to push your low back behind you. Scoop your abs in like someone's giving you a big bear hug from the back. And then stack your spine all the way back up. It is a round back. So it's a round back, not a flat back or a neutral spine. It's a scooped round back. And then you come right back up to sit tall. And it's a scooped round back. Now your legs are still active. You're still glued in cement. You're still hugging those muscles to the bones. And you're still moving the upper body, but not the lower body. Now take your advantage of your breath here. Big inhales and big exhales because more abs are coming. You know, it's always about the abs, and especially mat Pilates. There's nothing assisting you. It's just abs. It's you and your abs. And we've got one more set coming up. So one of my favorite positions for the ball is next. So I want you to take those legs together, hold the ball, bend your legs, and then bring them about sits bones distance apart. Now the ball's going kind of right where your heart rate monitor would be or right at your bra line, and then your hands are going to go behind your head. The positioning here with the ball allows you to extend over the ball, big extension, open the ribs, and then flex back into the ball. Now I'm thinking about my belly button pulling in and towards the ball, and then my rib cage actually opening into an extension. My hands are supporting my neck. My elbows are nice and wide, and my chin's a little off my chest. And at this point in the class, my hair is already going crazy. I can't seem to get it to do anything but that's okay. We're supposed to look a little disheveled, right? We're working out hard. Last 2. Now when you're up the next time, I want you to hold it up. Bring that right leg to tabletop. Your left arm goes out to a karate chop. You go over the ball and then karate chop to the right leg. Over the ball, karate chop to the right leg. Good. We could do like 1,000,000 of these. I don't know. Maybe you don't love this as much as I do, but I'd love the way that the ball feels here. We're going to end with my favorite position of the ball today, and that's underneath my tailbone. But this is a really good one as well. 2 more. And then let's add the right leg the next time. So when you go back with your upper body, extend the right leg long. And when you come in, pull it back to table. You go out and back, in and up. Out and back, and in and up. Big inhale to go back. Expel that breath when you come in. 3 and 2 and 1. Let's switch side by bringing the right leg down, left hand behind your ear, left leg to tabletop, right arm out to the diagonal. Go back into your extension, and here we go. Come across the body and back. Across the body and back. Good. As always, the leg can be down. You don't need to be adding the leg here. You don't even need to be having it in tabletop. It can stay down to the mat. There's just ways of making it harder by decreasing our base of support. 2 more, then we'll start to add the extension. Again, it's just an option. So the next time you go back, extend your left leg long. When you come up, pull it back to table. Go long, pull it back to table. Don't worry, we've got some side glute work coming up, back work coming up. We're just going to toast these abs just a little bit longer. Three more to go. And 2. And 1. Good. Now set the knee down, put the hands behind your head, bring your feet into a little butterfly, soles of the feet together, knees wide. You're going to crunch to the right, center, left, back, and around. So I'm going to the right, through the center, and back into an extension. So think clockwise, circle, and don't roll off the ball. So it doesn't have to be a big circle. You're circling clockwise. And it's going to be just like those figure eights we did. Doesn't matter if you're going counterclockwise right now, because we're just going to switch it. So whatever direction you're going, stick with it for 3. And if you don't like this leg position, it's not as supportive, it might be too challenging, bring the soles of the feet back onto the mat. And now let's reverse the direction of our circle. So left, up, right, and around. Left, up, right, and around. Just in case you did not get enough abs before, this is just a little finish to that segment before we come to our hands and knees. 3 and 2. Our grand finale for this segment is come to the center, so don't go in your clockwise circle. Come to the center, reach the arms right up between the legs, and do a little climb the rope. Right and left. You're climbing up and off the ball. Right and left, left and right. Little climbs. Again, if you don't like the leg position, change it. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, pull the legs together. Lay hands behind your ears over the ball for an extension. Just a second of rest. That's it. Come all the way up, hands behind your hamstrings, roll it all the way up. Grab your ball.